Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, an explosion at a Lake County business is raising more questions. Nearly 24 hours later, what investigators have found so far. Plus, the family of an 18-year-old who died on a Carnival cruise in court today. What was discussed in moments. But first, we start with breaking news. 2 students at East Ridge High School are now in custody after a gun was found at the school in Claremont, prompting a lockdown. The Lake County Sheriff's Office says the campus is still on lockdown, but there is no threat to the public and no one was hurt. The district says a gun was found in a metal box. Parents have been notified and law enforcement is there on the site. We will provide updates for you on clickorlando.com. New at noon, the family of Anna Kepner is in court today for a very contentious hearing. Kepner is the 18-year-old from Titusville who was found dead on a Carnival cruise ship last month. News 6 investigator Mike DeForest is live at the Brevard County Courthouse. And Mike, today's hearing was not directly related to Kepner's death.
That's right, Julie. I admit this is all a bit confusing. I'll try my very best to explain here. This court hearing today was part of a child custody dispute involving Anna Kepner's 16-year-old stepbrother. The family says that stepbrother is a suspect in Kepner's murder. Now, to be clear, the FBI has not confirmed he's a suspect, and it's not shared any details about its investigation into Kepner's death on the Carnival Horizon cruise ship last month. Chantel Kepner, who is the 16-year-old's mother and Anna Kepner's stepmother, has been battling with her ex-husband over custody of their 2 children. During today's child custody hearing, she was asked about the family's sleeping arrangements on the cruise. Chantel Kepner says Anna Kepner voluntarily chose to share a stateroom with her 14-year-old brother and 16-year-old stepbrother. The family says Anna Kepner was later found dead in that same stateroom.
And was she given the option of staying in another room?
All 3 of the kids were.
Okay. And would that room have been with Grandma and Grandpa?
Correct.
And they didn't want to do that?
No, they wanted to stay together.
Did they all get along?
Yeah, the 3 of them are like the 3 amigos. They're best friends.
Anna Kepner's father was at the courthouse today. He and his wife declined to speak afterwards. The 16-year-old that they describe as a murder suspect is currently living with a relative as the FBI continues to investigate Anna Kepner's death. Now, today, the stepmom's attorney said they don't know yet whether the FBI and federal authorities will try to charge that 16-year-old in the federal court system or potentially refer it to state prosecutors. Earlier this week, I reached out to the state attorney here in Brevard County, as well as the state attorney in Miami-Dade County, where that cruise ship docked. And at that point, neither of the agencies say they had been in touch with the Department of Justice about potentially taking over this case. Reporting live in Brevard County, Mike DeForest, News 6.
Mike, thank you for that update. New at noon, a federal vaccine advisory committee has voted to end the longstanding recommendation that all babies get the hepatitis B vaccine at birth. A loud group of medical and public health leaders strongly opposed the actions of the panel, all of whom were appointed by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The acting director of the CDC is expected to decide later whether to accept the committee's recommendations. A terrifying scene after a sudden explosion at a business in Eustis. A woman inside hurt and airlifted to the hospital. And this noon, there are still questions about what happened. The blast happened late yesterday morning at Darkland Jewelry Store. That's on Eustis Street, right at Citrus Avenue. News 6's Angie Casada is there, where questions remain about how the business was connected to a nearby gas leak.
Yeah, we know crews were working a leak nearby in this neighborhood, but as far as the establishment where this happened, they didn't have any gas service. I'm going to take a step aside so you could just see how this jewelry business is left after that powerful blast left a woman badly hurt. New drone photos from the city show just how powerful this explosion was. The Darkland Jewelry Store gutted, windows blown out and debris scattered across the block. And we're also seeing the moment of the blast. Surveillance video captures a massive fireball erupting from the building, sending glass and metal flying. A woman inside was rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries.
There was just one person there, and you know, whether or not she pulls through or not, we probably won't know until she doesn't or does. But it's just lucky there was only one person in the building.
What makes this even more of a mystery, firefighters say the store did not have gas service. Everything inside was electrical. Yet there was a gas leak in the area that Tico Cruz had just isolated before the blast.
If this explosion would have occurred and we didn't evacuate and close the road, obviously there could have been multiple people in the building. The evacuations worked.
Overnight crews were back out here picking through what's left of the structure, trying to pinpoint what ignited this explosion. The state fire marshal is now leading the investigation as the community hopes the woman inside pulls through. And investigators say it could take days before they can confirm a cause here. For now, this area is going to remain blocked off as crews will continue to work what's left. Of course, we'll bring you any updates as we learn more on air and on clickorlando.com. Reporting in Lake County, I'm Angie Quesada, News 6.
In Volusia County, state leaders are giving a heads up that you'll need to make a detour on a major road in DeLand. FDOT says the southbound lanes of North Spring Garden Avenue are closed between International Speedway Boulevard and West Plymouth Avenue. The closure is because of emergency road repairs. Officials say the road was damaged when a semi-truck crashed, dropping its load on Plymouth and hitting a fire hydrant. Repairs are underway right now, so you can either take an alternate route or allow for some extra time. Police in Sanford say an arrest has been made in the November shooting that killed one person and injured another. Now, a $5,000 reward is being offered for information related to the case. 30-year-old Moses Mitchell was taken into custody yesterday. The Sanford Police Department says Mitchell is one of the suspects involved in the shooting death of 22-year-old LaDon Jaquan Williams. Mitchell is currently being held on no bond for first-degree homicide. Police are asking anyone with information to contact Sanford Police or Crime Line at 800-423-TIPS. Okay, we want you to take a good look at this picture. This one-year-old still missing a week after investigators in Volusia County say she was last seen in DeLand. Deputies say she may be with her parents, Dora Gonzalez and Jose Campo. The sheriff's office says the parents recently received an order to surrender her to DCF. Deputies believe they are ignoring that order and are on the run. And if you see them, you are asked to call police. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth left this morning for events in California this weekend. He faces intensifying questions in Washington over the Trump administration strikes on alleged drug boats off the coast of Venezuela. CBS's Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
The U.S. military announced a 20-second strike on an alleged drug boat Thursday, killing 4 people the administration identifies as narco-terrorists. It comes as Operation Southern Spear faces increased scrutiny on Capitol Hill, with lawmakers questioning Navy Admiral Frank Bradley Thursday about a second strike on a boat in September that killed 2 survivors of an initial attack. Congressman Jim Himes, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, was among those shown unedited footage of the incident.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. You have 2 individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who were killed by the United States.
But Republican Tom Cotton, who chairs the Senate Intelligence Committee, called the strikes lawful.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs bound for the United States back over so they could stay in the fight.
Lawmakers from both parties said Admiral Bradley told them Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth did not give the order to, quote, kill them all, as was reported by the Washington Post.
The White House has made clear President Trump remains confident in Secretary Hegseth, even as some Democratic lawmakers call for him to resign, especially in light of a new Pentagon Inspector General report.
The report found Hegseth did not comply with Defense Department policies when he used his personal cell phone and the messaging app Signal to relay sensitive military information about an operation in Yemen in March to other top administration officials. The report also found Hegseth's actions created a risk to operational security that could have resulted in failed U.S. mission objectives and potential harm to U.S. pilots. Hegseth described the report as a total exoneration, saying no classified information was shared. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
If you're in the giving spirit this holiday season, our radio partners at Mix 105.1 are raising money for Give Kids the World today. The nonprofit provides week-long cost-free vacations to children with critical illnesses and their families. Half of all children eligible for a wish choose to visit Central Florida's theme parks and attractions. We caught up with the team from Mix Mornings with CJ and Jen at Winter Park Village today about why today is so special.
You know, Give Kids the World Village is an exclusive place here in Central Florida for Wish families all around the globe.
Yeah, every single year we actually do a radiothon, and we're raising money for Give Kids the World. It's very near and dear to our heart. It's something that we love. We do it every single year, and of course we're doing it again this year as well.
You can call, text, or donate online, or hey, you can stop by and say hi and donate in person. They will be out there at the Winter Park Village until 7 o'clock tonight. It is Friday, and we are a little less than 3 weeks from Christmas, so you may be looking for some holiday fun this weekend. Coming up, 6 things to do to get you into the spirit, including a look inside Santa's Florida Workshop. Candace.
And tonight will be a great time to enjoy maybe the lighting of the Christmas tree in downtown Orlando. Part of the News 6 morning team will be there, and we're going to be dry for tonight, but we are slowly watching those rain chances climb throughout the weekend, especially for your Sunday. You want to stay tuned, so that way you know how to plan out your weekend activities so you don't have to deal with all that rain this weekend.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
Ready for some weekend magic? I'm meteorologist Michelle Morgan at Santa's desk in his Florida office at Wekiva Island, where he's making his list and he's checking it twice. The Winter Wonderland celebrations are happening all December long, and I caught up with the manager, Carrie, to hear about all of the festive fun in store.
We're celebrating our 10th year of Winter Wonderland at Wekiva Island. We have tons of festivities, including Santa's Workshop that we're here in right now, Santa and Mrs. Claus visit, thousands of lights, Decorations everywhere. It's just a special month here at Wekiva Island.
Another fun holiday event is at Legoland starting this weekend. A tree lighting event is this Saturday, and you can meet Lego Santa and celebrate the holidays through December 31st on select days. Also this Saturday, the 65th annual Mount Dora Christmas Parade, which starts at 10 a.m. It's free to attend. There will be festive floats, marching bands, candy tosses, and Santa. Winterfest in Cocoa Beach is Saturday from 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. along Main Street. Enjoy live music, craft vendors, and festive characters. Another festive event this Sunday, Wonderland at One Daytona from 3 to 6 p.m. Victory Circle transforms into a winter wonderland with snow slides and seasonal cheer. Krampus Fest returns this Sunday from 2 to 9 p.m. at the Plaza Live in Orlando, one of the biggest Krampus-themed festivals. Enjoy live music and holiday fun. It's free to attend. And if you have something fun happening in your town next weekend, let me know. I've been getting so many fun events from viewers just like you. Just head over to clickorlando.com or our News 6 app. Just click Contact Us.
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, really, we're talking about some nice conditions for today to go outside, like the lighting of the Christmas tree. But like Michelle mentioned, some of those indoor options might be a better play for you on Sunday rather than Saturday, because we are basically going to be watching kind of a two kind of setup as we head into both Saturday and Sunday. So rain chances for today, 40%. 20% today, 40% tomorrow. Then as we head into Sunday, that coverage goes up to about a 60%. And then you can see it will be pretty soggy, heavy at times. It's not just one blast of rain coming through the area on Sunday. It will be a couple rounds that we'll have to get through, and I'll show you that in just a second. Now, temperatures out the door. It's a nice day, albeit it's a bit on the warmer side, a little muggier than where we should be for this time of the year. Our winds right now are coming in out of the south, and that is the reason why temperatures are warming as quickly as they are. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for your Finally Friday.
Your forecast is sponsored by Strata Services.
All right, your highs for this afternoon, 84. That's going to be our high today. Rain chances still on the low end. We just can't rule out the chance of a few passing showers. We got some more moisture in place, so that's why we're going to hold that low end chance. But again, on Sunday, this is really going to be the focal point of the forecast because we haven't seen rain, or at least this much rain, in more than a month. So it is going to be a bit of a shock to the system, and I wanted to give you plenty of time to kind of plan accordingly because, again, Sunday is not going to be ideal. But once this front that's bringing us all the rain clears out, it will be much cooler. Now, where is all this rain and what's causing it? Well, it's an area of low pressure. Here's a trailing cold front. It is all scooping in out of the Gulf, and that's already going to be picking up a lot of moisture from the open waters there. But there's also another front that's developing just to its west, and that's going to be that secondary push that's really going to be bringing in that big wave of moisture on Sunday. So this is how rain chances shape up right now. On Saturday, a 20 to 50% chance, of course, a little higher the further north and west you go, lower the further south. Then as we head into Sunday, notice rain chances go 40% along the coast, 60% along I-4, and then a very high end 80% chance of rain, which is not a bad thing because all these areas here highlighted in red already are starting to kind of creep up on the drought concerns. Even areas of Marion County under already a severe drought. Looking at the clouds and rain futurecast for today and into early tomorrow morning, I think we're good. If you have any outdoor plans, parties, decorations you want to put up, Saturday is going to be the day to do it because notice as we head into the afternoon and into the evening hours, this can be our first little kind of wave of moisture, bringing with it some scattered showers throughout the overnight. Then we'll have a little bit of a lull Sunday morning, and then here comes that big blast of rain. We could rack up in all of this rain between Saturday night and most of Sunday, between half of an inch to almost an inch and a half of rain when it is all said and done. But once that clears, I promise you the weather will turn much nicer. We'll finally be able to participate like the rest of the country in winter with highs back into those 60s.
Okay, Candace, thank you. A park in Orlando now named after a former city leader, the leader whose name will now live on in Baldwin Park. Former Orlando Mayor Glenda Hood received a huge honor this morning along Lake Baldwin. Harbor Park was renamed as Mayor Glenda Hood Park. Mayor Hood served from 1992 to 2003. She was the first woman elected to her role, and city officials say she transformed Baldwin Park from a military base and to what we know it as today. Leaders say the event recognized Mayor Hood's contributions and role in building up Orlando neighborhoods. Congratulations to her. This holiday season, we are working to make sure 5,000 kids and 1,000 seniors across Central Florida have gifts under the tree for Christmas. Once again, we have partnered with BFAR Contracting for the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program. Just over 4,300 gifts have been returned so far. Now, today is the last day to get those gifts returned. And also tonight, the Lake Eola Christmas tree will be lit in Orlando. This year's lighting will have 2,000 ornaments and 88,000 animated lights, but perhaps the best part is Candace, Trooper Steve, and your Orlando community correspondent Mike Valenti will all be there. It starts at 5 o'clock. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Wicked for Good has been a box office hit, but did you know there's someone representing Central Florida in the movie? 8-year-old Scarlett Spears is from Orlando. She plays young Glinda. During her scene, she really shed some light on what Glinda's childhood was like before she became the Good Witch. She told News 6 producer Brooke Savage how she landed her role.
One day, I got a Zoom meeting, and I didn't even do an audition to get it. And they threw a bunch of things at me to see if I knew how to handle directions and instructions, and I did. And one day I just got the call, and I was so happy. It was the best moment of my life. And me and my mom were like, I was so happy.
So you didn't even know what you were auditioning for?
No, not at all.
Okay, what a superstar. We posted the full interview on clickorlando.com/settingthestage. And while you're on our website, you can get the latest theater, arts, and entertainment news sent right to your email with our Setting the Stage newsletter. Just go to clickorlando.com/newsletter to subscribe.
So well spoken. And
I know. It's obvious why she got the big role.
Best day of her life.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much for joining us at noon. Our next newscast is at 4, and you can always check clickorlando.com for any updates. We hope you have a great day and a great weekend.
We'll see you at the lighting.